Okay, now let's do an exercise on the assessment of substance use. There are handouts in your packet that I'm going to be referencing here, so get ready for that. First thing though, I want to just reground us in our MSC theory for change here and remind everybody that substance use is not a super behavior that we see to be very different than other antisocial behavior. So the fit factors that you're going to find are at play here with regards to substance use are the same drivers that we're going to see on other fits for antisocial behavior. It's also really important to remember that in MST, we are looking multisystemically and identifying a combination of fit factors that promote and maintain the antisocial behaviors that we target, substance use being one of them. All right. So in your handout here, there are some assessment tools that you are going to be able to use with your youth who are using substances. To kind of set up the exercise here, I want you to take a look at the handout 3A. It's called Worksheet for Assessing Youth Substance Use. You'll notice that this has been partially completed. So I think at a previous session, we were able to get halfway through this form. The other thing that you have is a sequence that was completed as a homework assignment by the caregiver and the youth. And so what we're going to be working on together is we're going to be looking at these tools and we're going to be completing a fit around Kim's substance use based on these materials. The other things that you guys are going to need to keep in mind here is that for Kim, in this scenario, marijuana use and possession of marijuana were the reasons for referral. And when we think about the overarching goals, cessation of substance use is one of them. Her FID is 4 to 6 times a week, 2 to 3 joints at a time, and it started about 6 to 9 months ago. So these are things you'll keep in mind too when you're completing your assessment. So at this time, I'd like everybody to divide up into pairs. We're going to do this work in dyads here, and then we're going to bring things back to the group, and we'll put up a nice big comprehensive fit here on the flip chart. So please pull out your handout 3A, the sequence that you have completed, and what you guys are going to be working on is you're going to be trying to develop as many drivers that you can think of that's contributing to Kim's use, and you're going to use the materials that you have in front of you to try to identify these fit factors for Kim. So take a minute, take 5 minutes actually, and go ahead and do your work in your dyad, and then I will call you guys back and we'll throw them up on the flip chart here. All right guys, it's been 5 minutes. Let's come on back here and let's see what you guys were able to identify. What we're looking for here is for the team to identify that there is an association with those drug-using peers named Jessica and Kurt. There is lack of involvement with positive activities and positive peers. There is the access to marijuana. There is the low parental monitoring. Mom doesn't know where this kid is. Lack of consequences for the use, and then the use is pleasurable, therefore reinforcing. She feels less nervous, and boredom, and the truancy, since Kim is skipping school to use. So once we get the group's drivers up on the fit and we make sure that all of these are identified, I will kind of do a comparison between the fit that we just pulled together with kind of that generic fit assessment on substance use, and I'm going to kind of take a moment to teach about the fact that there's so much overlap in that generic fit compared to the one that we did with Kim. The other foreshadowing that I will do is I will let them know that we will be pulling this fit back out after we get into the part where we're developing interventions, since our fit factors are always where our interventions come from.